I just like to take a moment to ground my energy, to come into my body, to consciously and intentionally connect with my heart space, to take a few deep breaths. So I would really love, and I feel very inspired to speak about being kind to ourselves. So I forgot to share to Instagram Live. I'm just gonna share to my Instagram and make this available for as many people to tune in as they feel called to. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Really would like to discuss the very important topic of being kind to ourselves. So, what does that mean? What does that look like? How can we begin to show kindness to ourselves on a daily basis, on a moment to moment basis as things are rising? So, as you all know, I'm a really big proponent of mindfulness, and I believe in it so much because I've been practicing it for a really long time. I did my master's in social work at the University of Toronto, and my entire master's revolved around mindfulness. So I've lived it, I've studied it, I continue to live it, I practice every single day. I love sharing it with the world because it works, and it's such a wonderful way for us to connect with ourselves and really learn how to begin being kind to ourselves. Kindness is like any other skill that we can practice over and over again. And the more that we practice being kind to ourselves, the easier and more natural it becomes. So sometimes it can be very difficult to express kindness to ourselves, especially if our inner critic has taken the majority of our conscious awareness. If our inner critic has been a prominent part of our experience and we haven't had the opportunity to really know how to deal with it other than to maybe disassociate from it, to pretend it's not there, to live on automatic pilot and not really have an awareness of it. So once we begin meditating, it can be rather challenging and really hard because for the first time, maybe you're noticing all of the thoughts that are arising in your mind. For the first time, you're gaining an awareness of what's actually happening within the inner realm of your world. So, for the first little bit, this mindfulness meditation is challenging, but it becomes easier and easier because the more that we practice, the more stronger our minds become and the easier everything gets. So, back to being kind to ourselves. What does that mean? What does that look like? Kindness is first and foremost paying attention to ourselves. So each time that we really pay attention to what's going on, we're doing an act of kindness. And this is what we practice every single day when we come onto our meditation mats, and hopefully when we come onto our yoga mats, we're tuning inwards and paying attention. So that's one act of kindness. Another act of kindness, and there's so many, is meeting our own basic needs. So making sure that we're nourishing ourselves through all of our senses. Everything that we're taking in, starting from the food that we're eating, is healthy and nourishing. The music we're listening to is uplifting. The TV shows, movies, anything that we're watching is also of a nurturing and nourishing manner. So everything that we're taking in from our environment can be an act of kindness, whether that's through food, whether that's through the things that we're watching, the music we're listening to, the people we're following. These are all small acts of kindness that we can become aware of throughout the day. Another act of kindness that can be more intentional and more conscious, and this is a very important one because we all at some point in our life very much experience and have a hard time with our inner critic, that part of our mind that's constantly criticizing ourselves, constantly criticizing what we're doing, constantly criticizing other people, just that voice in our heads that's always really judgmental, always looking for faults and flaws. And we all have this experience because this part of our psyche, this part of ourself, develops its voice through the external world. So when we're growing up and when we're little babes, we're very vulnerable to everything that we experience. This part of our mind begins to absorb all of the negativity that may be around us through either a critical parent, a critical teacher, bullies from school, whatever it may be. This part of our mind really absorbs all of this negativity and then forms its own identity. And unless we work consciously with this part of our mind, then it can really begin to overtake our experience, color our world, and really increase the amount of suffering that we go through on a daily basis. So, how do we begin to deal with our inner critic? How do we begin to actually work with this part of ourselves? So, the most important thing, and first and foremost, we must recognize it. We must recognize its voice. We must discern when it is active within our mind. That is really the first step, is awareness. We must understand what this voice sounds like, and we must readily acknowledge its presence. For once we acknowledge its presence, then we can do something about it. And how do we begin to lessen the loudness of the inner critic? We simply begin to nourish and nurture our inner best friend. So the journey of healing, the journey towards wholeness, the journey towards being a heart-centered being, an awakened conscious being, it's really a journey of becoming your own inner best friend and reparenting yourself. So each and every time that we recognize that inner critic, whether it's judging us, judging anything else in our environment, judging other people, we can simply acknowledge its existence and then begin to challenge it. And the second that we begin to challenge it, it's quite miraculous because this inner critic voice begins to be more quiet and more quiet. And the more that we practice using our inner best friend's voice, the louder this voice becomes. So everything is just practice, and learning how to be kind with ourselves really starts by taking small steps every single day, by tuning into ourselves, paying attention, and making a determination to not judge ourselves, to not feed that inner critic, to no longer give that part of ourselves our power. Because we get to decide. We are in the driving seat of our experience, and we get to make a decision as to where we want to be placing our power, giving our energy, giving our attention. So, to which parts of yourself do you want to empower? And which parts of yourself are you willing to let go of? Which parts of yourself are no longer necessary for the highest good of your journey? It's important to reflect on all of these things and to allow the light of awareness to really show which parts of ourselves we need to let go and which parts of ourselves we need to empower. And the beautiful thing is that we each have the ability to make this choice. So, what do you choose? If anybody has any questions or would like any support with dealing with any part of the psyche, or especially the inner critic, then please reach out, because there's some really, really fantastic tools that are available to us that we can begin to implement immediately, that will help us on our journey, that will allow us to choose the higher road in each moment. So, with that being said, I would love to begin the guided meditation portion of my live. So, for all of you who are here with me now, I thank you, I honor you, and I invite you to come into a seated, comfortable posture. And for everyone who is watching this replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will now take a moment just to get ready for our meditation. To set the intention to come into stillness, to come into awareness, to come into our witness. Do whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. You can roll your head, loosen up the neck, make movements with the spine. And whenever you feel ready, coming into a dignified posture, coming to sit tall, feeling relaxed. Taking a few deep breaths all the way into the belly. And sigh out the mouth, let it all go. Taking a deep breath in. drawing out the mouth, letting go of your day, letting go of your mind. One more time, deep breath in. And let it all go. Take as many deep breaths as you need to settle your body, to settle your being, to feel relaxed. Taking this time now to grounding our energy, grounding our attention, bringing our awareness to the parts of the body that are making contact with the earth. Noticing what it feels like to be connected to the earth. Noticing the feeling of gravity and your body's weight being perfectly supported by the ground beneath you. Take a moment to feel the weight of your body on the floor, on the chair, wherever you are. As you continue to ground and tune in to your connection with the earth, tuning into the sensations of your body being held by the earth, begin to relax all of your body parts. So tune in and notice, is there any space in your body where you don't feel relaxed? Are you holding in your tummy? Are you holding in your shoulders? Are you clenching your jaw? Can you consciously begin to scan the body and notice any part of the body that does not feel relaxed and at ease? Can you begin to give permission to these body parts, giving them permission to release and to relax? Maybe sending a message to your entire body that it is now safe. Beautiful body, you are safe to relax. You are safe to release. Notice if any part of your body needs a little more attention, a little more love. Bring your conscious awareness into this body part and allow your breath to reach this space. Allow your in-breath to illuminate this space with a brilliant white light. And feel a sense of letting go as you breathe out. Sending your breath consciously into any space that needs a little more love and attention. Receiving that love and attention from your breath, from the light that is carried within each breath. Letting go when you breathe out. You may consciously visualize the tension leaving with your out breath. Tune into your breath. What does it feel like in this moment in your body? What is your breath communicating to you? Notice the flow of your natural breath. Notice your ease at simply allowing the breath to be as it is. Bringing attention to the quality, the depth, the rhythm. Keep coming back to the breath again and again. Practicing the holding of your breath at the forefront of your awareness. So, can you keep and maintain that sense of connection, that thread of awareness between your witnessing self and the experience of your breath in the body? Even though there may be thoughts coming in and out of your mind, can you still maintain that awareness on the breath as the thoughts come in? Notice any desire to become involved in the thoughts, any attachment to your thoughts, any need to entertain the mind. Can you simply, for this time being, let all of that go? Learning to detach from the desires, the addiction of the drama, the stories, the fantasizing, the zoning out and checking out. Can you let all of that go for this time being? just for this sitting. Committing again and again to this very moment through the anchoring of your conscious awareness within the breath. This is a practice of letting go. We breathe in to nourish and nurture ourselves, to relax ourselves and our being, and we breathe out to let go. To let go of that which we no longer need. To let go of the busyness within the mind. To let go of our habitual ways of being. Letting go of our judgments. Letting go of our personal desires. Letting go of control. Can you sit in the silence? What is your relationship to silence? Can you sit in the stillness? What is your relationship to stillness? Can you simply allow yourself to just be without any distractions, without any noise, without anything in the background, just you and your being, you intimately observing and connecting to your inner world. Is there resistance? Is there fear? Is there excitement? What is there? What do you feel? Can you allow? Can you stay here? Can you show up in a kind way? In a friendly way? Being gentle with yourself, being gentle with this process into your internal world, being soft, innocent. Allow your belly to soften. Allow your heart to open. Allow yourself to feel your body, to tune in to your lower belly. Tune in to your heart. What's there? Is there anything you're holding on to? Anything you're hiding from your own awareness? Come into the depths of your heart, the innermost part. Allow the light of your breath to reach here. Allow the light of your conscious awareness to ignite within this space. Be here for some time. Observing all of the sensations, staying present to any and all emotions, holding all of yourself within your conscious awareness. Allowing your breath to be the anchor. Allowing your breath to take away all that is no longer needed. Are you paying attention? Can you kindly bring yourself back? Can you kindly begin to treat yourself as your own best friend? treating yourself as an innocent child, being kind in each moment, allowing the mind to fall away, allowing the judgments to go, releasing all of the stories that no longer need to be a part of your present moment. How can you invite more kindness? How can you sustain your attention? And as you continue to keep your breath at the forefront of your awareness, with a softened belly and open heart, keep your sustained attention on your heart space. Allow your in-breath to simply expand this space, to cleanse and to clear it, and on your out-breath, allow yourself to release, to let go. Keep staying with your breath, with your soft belly and your open heart, and if you'd like, you may bring your palms to touch in front of you. You may wish to repeat after me. May I be well. May I be in perfect health. May I be loving. May I be kind. May I be well. May I be in perfect health. May I be loving. May I be kind. May I be well. May I be in perfect health. May I be loving. May I be kind. And as you feel the light from your heart beginning to expand and radiate throughout your entire body, imagine that the light of your heart is reaching all of the world, is shining upon the earth and all of her sentient beings. If you'd like, you may wish to repeat after me. May all beings be well. May all beings be in perfect health. May all beings be loving. May all beings be kind. May all beings be well. May all beings be in perfect health. May all beings be loving. May all beings be kind. May all beings be well. May all beings be in perfect health. May all beings be loving. May all beings be kind. And you may gently and humbly bow down in gratitude for all that is, in gratitude for all of our lessons, our learnings, our being. Expressing any words of gratitude which you may feel in this very moment. And beginning to rub your palms against one another, feeling that heat and feeling that energy, and placing them over your eyes. And coming back whenever you're ready. Thank you all so much for being here, for participating, for sitting, for being kind to yourself. May you continue to show kindness to yourself and to those around you in each moment. And if you'd like, you may take the time to write a list of how you can be more kind to yourself. What can you do to show kindness to yourself throughout the day? Simply writing this list down will help you to keep that at the forefront of your awareness and to consciously, intentionally engage in kindness and choose kindness in each moment, because we have that option. We have the option to choose goodness, kindness. We are the directors of our life, and we have the power to choose. So may you choose well, may you choose wisely, and may you choose love. Blessings and namaste.